Welcome to Sleep Story, your nightly escape into a world of dreams and tranquility. Before we embark on our journey tonight, take a moment to unwind and relax. Find your most comfortable position, nestled in your bed, letting go of the day's tensions. As you settle in, allow yourself to be cradled by the softness around you. As you lie comfortably, let's start with a relaxing sleep induction. Inhale deeply, counting to 4. Hold your breath, counting to 7. And then exhale slowly, counting to 8. Repeat this breathing exercise. Inhale, hold, exhale. Let's do it one more time. Inhale, hold, exhale. With each breath, feel yourself sinking deeper into relaxation. Let's count down from 10 to 1. With each descending number, feel your body and mind slip further into a state of complete relaxation. 10. Your toes are becoming light and tension-free, as if a gentle wave of relaxation is washing over them. 9. Your ankles loosen and unwind, letting go of the day's journey, bringing you comfort and peace. 8. Your legs feel the warmth and ease, resting as if on a cloud, light and unburdened. 7. Your waist and back release all stress, surrounded by a comforting warmth. 6. Chest and shoulders melt away all tension, breathing in relaxation and ease. 5. Arms and fingers relax, sinking into the soothing softness of your bed. 4. Neck and head muscles ease, every tension dissolving into calmness. 3. Breathing steadies, deepening. Each inhale brings peace. Each exhale releases stress. 2. Your heartbeat is calm and steady, reassuring you with every beat. 1. Now deeply relaxed, ready for a restful sleep. As our countdown concludes, you are now in a state of deep relaxation, poised at the threshold of sleep. Our story is about to begin, crafted to guide you into a peaceful slumber. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and let the narrative lead you into a serene and restful night. Let's begin our journey into the land of dreams. In the heart of this quaint village, Elliott, with his weathered hands and kind eyes, was more than just a gardener. He was a custodian of the past and a sage of the simple yet profound truths of life. On nights filled with the gentle patter of rain, he would sit by his window, gazing out at the glistening wet foliage, his mind wandering through the corridors of time. Elliott's stories often began with the grand oak tree, the village's silent sentinel. He recounted how, as a boy, he found solace in the tree's vast shadow, its leaves whispering secrets only a child's heart could understand. The tree was a witness to Elliott's journey from youth to old age, its bark etched with the passage of time, a living testament to the enduring spirit of the village. As the years rolled by, Elliott saw the oak tree stand tall through seasons of joy and sorrow. It was under this tree that he had his first kiss, shy and awkward, under a canopy of green. It was here that the village gathered to celebrate harvests and festivals, its leaves rustling with shared laughter and merriment. And it was under this very tree that Elliott had said his final goodbye to old friends, their memories now part of the soil that nourished its roots. In the quiet of the night, Elliott would speak softly of the wildlife that shared their home with the villagers. He told tales of the foxes, with their fiery coats and cunning eyes, darting through the underbrush, masters of the moonlit world. He spoke fondly of the squirrels, their playful antics a constant source of amusement as they scampered from branch to branch, tirelessly chasing one another. The owls, those wise old souls of the forest, held a special place in Elliott's heart. He would imitate their calls, a soft hoo-hoo that seemed to echo through the night, a lullaby for the creatures of the dark. Elliott believed these owls were the keepers of ancient wisdom, their unblinking eyes having seen the centuries unfold. Elliott's voice, warm and rhythmic as the rain, would then weave tales of the smaller creatures, often overlooked yet vital to the village's tapestry. The industrious ants, the tireless bees, the graceful butterflies, each played a crucial role in the dance of nature. He spoke of how these tiny beings reminded him of the beauty in diligence, the grace in purpose, and the intricate balance of life. As the rain tapped a steady beat against the window, Elliott's stories would transport his listeners to a world where every living thing had its place and purpose. His words painted vivid pictures of dew-kissed spiderwebs in the morning light, the gentle flutter of a bird's wing, the silent bloom of a midnight flower. In these moments, with the rain's melody harmonizing with his voice, Elliott wasn't just a storyteller. He was a bridge to a world where time moved with the seasons, where every creature's story was intertwined with the village's heartbeat. And as his stories unfolded, the listeners, whether villagers or travelers seeking shelter from the rain, would find themselves wrapped in a tapestry of tales, each thread a story, each story a memory, each memory a part of the village's soul. One of Elliott's most cherished tales was the story of the seasons, a cycle of life and change that never ceased to amaze him. As the rain continued to tap a gentle rhythm against his window pane, he would share this tale with a sense of wonder in his voice. In Elliott's narrative, spring was not just a season, but a magical transformation. The village, emerging from the winter's embrace, would be touched by the tender warmth of the sun, coaxing life from the slumbering earth. Elliott spoke of the first green shoots, tiny yet resilient, breaking through the soil's surface. These delicate beginnings were a symbol of nature's enduring strength and the persistence of life. As the days grew longer, the village landscape would become a canvas of colors. Elliott had a special fondness for the tulips that dotted the gardens and meadows, their vibrant petals unfolding like treasures long hidden. He would describe the daffodils with their bright, trumpet-like flowers dancing in the gentle breeze, and the crocuses, shyly peeking from beneath the last remnants of snow, their purple and white hues a delightful contrast against the awakening earth. The air, Elliott recalled, was a symphony of new scents and sounds. He would speak of the sweet fragrance of the blooming flowers, a perfume that seemed to cleanse the soul. The returning birds added their melodies to the village's soundscape, each chirp and warble a note in the song of spring. The gardener shared tales of watching the birds busily building their nests, a testament to the season's promise of new beginnings and hope. For Elliott, spring was also a season of activity in his beloved garden. He described the joy of planting new seeds, each one a tiny capsule of potential. With his hands in the earth, he felt a deep connection to the cycle of life. He spoke of the satisfaction of nurturing these seeds, watching them sprout and grow, each day a little taller, a little stronger. The garden was a place of wonder for Elliott, where each plant, from the smallest flower to the tallest tree, had its own story, its own place in the tapestry of life. The gardener's tales of spring were a reminder of the power of renewal and the endless possibilities that come with each new beginning. He believed that just like the seeds in his garden, each person had the potential to grow, to change, to bloom in their own time. As Elliott's stories meandered into the heart of summer, his descriptions became rich with the colors and sounds of the season. He painted a picture of the village embraced by a lush green canopy, the fields, a sea of golden wheat swaying in the gentle breeze. The orchards, he recounted, were laden with fruit, apples, peaches, and pears, hanging like jewels from the branches, each a sweet reward for the care and toil of the previous seasons. Summer, in Elliott's eyes, was a season bursting with life. He would describe the gardens exploding in a riot of colors, with flowers blooming in every hue imaginable. The air was filled with the heady scent of roses, lavender, and jasmine, creating an almost enchanting atmosphere. Butterflies fluttered from blossom to blossom, a delicate dance of beauty and grace. Elliott reminisced about the long, sun-drenched days of summer, where time seemed to slow down, allowing everyone to savor each moment. He spoke fondly of the village children, their days spent in endless play. Their favorite spot was the river that meandered through the village, its cool waters a welcome respite from the summer heat. Elliott would watch them from his garden, their laughter and splashes a soundtrack to the season. He would speak of their games and adventures, their imaginations as boundless as the blue skies above. As the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in shades of orange and pink, summer nights in the village came alive. Elliott described these evenings as a magical time where the community would gather to share stories and songs under the starlit sky. The crackling of the bonfire would blend with the symphony of crickets and the gentle hum of bees returning to their hives. These nights were a celebration of togetherness, a time to share tales of the past and dreams for the future. Elliott often joined these gatherings, his stories a blend of wisdom and whimsy, captivating listeners of all ages. He would talk about the stars and constellations, weaving myths and legends with the science of the cosmos. For Elliott, summer nights were a reminder of the vastness of the universe and the interconnectedness of all life. In his tales, summer was not just a season, but a state of being, a time to embrace the fullness of life, to grow and thrive under the sun's nurturing warmth. It was a season that celebrated the abundance of nature and the simple joys of living. As Elliott guided his listeners into the heart of autumn, his words painted a vivid picture of the village, transforming under the season's touch. The once lush greenery of summer gave way to an artist's palette of reds, oranges, and yellows. He described how the leaves of the trees, each a masterpiece of nature's design, turned into vibrant hues, setting the landscape ablaze with color. The village, nestled within this kaleidoscope of shades, appeared as if it were part of a living, breathing canvas. Autumn, for Elliott, was a time of bittersweet beauty. He spoke of the crisp, cool air that swept through the village, a refreshing change after the heat of summer. The sound of rustling leaves underfoot became a constant melody, a reminder of the cycle of life and the transient nature of all things. He would often pause to reflect on the profound lessons hidden in the simple act of leaves falling from the trees, how they gracefully let go, making way for new growth in the cycle to come. Harvest time brought the village together in a celebration of abundance and hard work. Elliott fondly recounted the days spent in the fields and orchards, gathering the fruits of their labor. The air was filled with the sounds of laughter and chatter as baskets were filled with apples, pumpkins, and corn. These moments were not just about the harvest of crops, but the harvest of community bonds, strengthened through shared toil and joy. The season of autumn also brought with it an array of festivals and traditions. Elliott would describe the village gatherings where stories were shared and music filled the air. He talked about the annual Harvest Festival, a highlight of the year, where the villagers came together to give thanks for the bounty of the earth. The festival was a tapestry of colors, sounds, and flavors, with tables laden with autumnal fare, and the night sky illuminated by bonfires and lanterns. In his tales, Elliott often reflected on the beauty found in letting go, a theme that resonated deeply during autumn. He saw the season as a time to reflect on the past, to appreciate the present, and to prepare for the future. It was a period for personal introspection, to contemplate life's changes, and to embrace the lessons they bring. As the leaves continued to fall, creating a carpet of gold and amber on the ground, Elliott's autumn stories would come to a close. These tales, woven with threads of change, gratitude, and community, left his listeners with a sense of peace and a deeper appreciation for the ever-changing beauty of life. In Elliott's story, winter descended upon the village like a gentle, hushing lullaby, transforming the landscape into a world of stillness and muted colors. He described how the first snowflakes, each a unique and delicate crystal, would begin to fall, blanketing the village in a pristine layer of white. The snow-covered hills and rooftops glistened under the soft winter sun, creating a scene of peaceful beauty. Elliott spoke of the bare trees, their branches stripped of leaves, standing stark against the winter sky. These trees, in their bareness, revealed a different kind of beauty, a quiet strength and resilience. He admired how they stood, undaunted by the cold and snow, a testament to endurance through the harshness of winter. Winter, in Elliott's eyes, was a season that brought the village community closer. With the cold setting in, people gathered around the hearth, the heart of the home, where the fire's warmth was a comforting presence. These gatherings were a time for sharing stories, meals, and moments of togetherness. Elliott cherished these times, where the simple act of sharing a warm drink or a story created bonds that lasted a lifetime. The pace of life in the village slowed during winter, mirroring nature's pause. Elliott saw this as a valuable time for introspection and reflection. It was an opportunity to look inward, to contemplate life's journey, and to rest the body and mind. The quiet of winter offered a chance to read, to dream, to plan for the year ahead. Elliott often spoke of the lessons winter taught him, about the importance of rest in the cycle of life, the beauty in simplicity, and the need for quiet reflection. He believed that just as the earth rested under its blanket of snow, gathering strength for the spring to come, so too should people take this time to rejuvenate and prepare for new beginnings. As the winter nights grew long and the stars shone brightly in the clear, cold sky, Elliott's tales would come to a close. His listeners, wrapped in the warmth of his words and the coziness of the hearth, would feel a sense of peace and contentment. Winter, through Elliott's eyes, was not just a cold and barren season, but a time rich with beauty, stillness, and the promise of renewal. Through Elliott's tale of the seasons, listeners would be transported through the cycle of the year, experiencing the unique beauty and lessons each season brought. His stories were a celebration of the rhythms of nature, a reminder of the ever-changing yet eternal dance of life. As Elliott's stories meandered through the seasons, the sound of rain gently tapping on his window provided a soothing, rhythmic backdrop. It was as if each raindrop carried with it a story of its own, a droplet in the vast ocean of time. The pitter-patter against the glass was a reminder of the world's ongoing dance, a symphony in which every element of nature played a part. Elliott often said that rain was like a conversation with the earth, a reminder of the cycles of life, of growth, decay, and renewal. But Elliott's stories transcended time. While they often hearkened back to the past, reflecting on bygone days and lessons learned, they were equally rooted in the present and looked toward the future. He spoke passionately about the importance of living in harmony with nature, of recognizing our role as stewards of the earth. He shared simple yet profound wisdom about caring for the environment, how planting a tree, conserving water, or nurturing a garden could make a difference. His words were a call to action, a reminder of the responsibility each individual holds in shaping a sustainable future. Elliott's tales were not just narratives. They were lessons in mindfulness and respect for the natural world. He urged his listeners to observe the beauty in the small things, the way leaves change color, the flight of a bird, the patterns of the stars. His stories were an invitation to slow down, to appreciate the world around us, and to find our own connection with nature. As the night deepened and the fire in his hearth crackled softly, casting a warm, flickering light across the room, Elliott's voice would become a soft murmur, blending with the sounds of the night. his stories would taper off, leaving his listeners in a state of quiet contemplation. Before concluding, Elliott often imparted a piece of wisdom, a nugget of truth to carry in their hearts. The beauty of nature, he would say in his gentle, reflective tone, is a tapestry woven from countless threads. Each creature, each plant, each drop of water plays a part. And so do we. Our actions, small as they may seem, ripple across time and space, touching lives, shaping the future. We must tread gently, love deeply, and live in a way that honors the legacy we leave behind. With these final words, as the rain outside his window would ease into a soft whisper, and the village would sink into a restful silence, Elliott would lean back in his rocking chair. Closing his eyes, he would let the peacefulness of the night envelop him. There, in the quiet solitude of his home, surrounded by memories and the gentle rhythm of the rain, Elliott would drift into sleep, his heart content in the knowledge that each story shared was a seed planted for a better tomorrow.